Knowledge Well Media. I just wanted to thank you for tuning in today. I was actually Googling things on the news where I saw the uptick in the outages and from Verizon to T-Mobile and US Cellular and different providers of cell phone services. So that's something to keep an eye on. I was at my first shift job. I saw over the email, the company email, that our system was down, both our phone lines and our internet was down for the company. I thought that was strange. I'm of course watching the events that are taking place in our society. And so when I saw that over the email, I went right away digging to see what was happening around the country, whether it was just our company or this was synonymous with other places. And I found a large uptick in IT issues all around the country, from the west coast to the east coast. So I thought that was kind of strange, but there has been warnings put out that there would be lots of IT issues and systems going down and things like that. So we shouldn't think that's strange. Just something to keep an eye on. Also, making sure you're getting prepared, making sure that you have your food and water and things like that. It's not a bad idea to hedge your income and hedge your assets with precious metals. I would not pay attention to the markets as far as where they're pricing these commodities at, because it's pretty widely known that the bankers and the elitists are purposely trying to suppress gold and silver to keep us out of that market. So I wouldn't pay attention to that. For over 6,000 years. You'll find that precious metals have been the go-to or the default financial system that has stood the test of time. So look into that. One of my favorite analysts is Mike Maloney. See what he has to say about the topic. He has some great tutorials and podcasts on the issue of gold and silver. So check him out. I highly recommend that you get educated on that. Mike Maloney goes into great depth explaining the Fed and how their nefarious activities has affected our economy and now has led us to the point where we're at right now. And along that note, the fractional reserve banking and how that basically is like a 10-to-1 setup, where if you were to deposit, let's say $100 into your checking account, how the bank is only, according to the fractional reserve, is only liable to hold 10% of that amount. So it'd be 10% of $100 would be $10. They would only have to hold $10 of that, and they can loan the other $90 out. And continually, each bank can continually do that. I believe up to 10 times. So it's a sort of inflation. When you think you have $100 in the bank, you only actually have $10 in the bank, and the other $90 is actually just a digital number. It really does not exist. Our system is based on debt. This is perpetuated throughout all banking systems, so that if the people begin to do what's known as a run on the bank and they start to take out large amounts of money, it would essentially collapse our system, because those digits, that 90% is not actually there of that 100. So that's also something you should look into. Just wanted to remind you, do your best not to be so distracted with the things that you see on TV. It's called, remember, television programming for a reason. They want to keep you distracted by these programs and Pokemon and things like that. Never before has there been such a strong delusion in our country. We need to stay tuned. Don't fall asleep. Don't be lulled asleep by what the system is trying to pump to you. They're always trying to push the lie, the deceit. The Bible says a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump. You want to be careful for that. Be aware. The enemy is very cunning. Lucifer is very cunning. We don't want to be tricked. We want to be in the know. There's no reason. The Bible says my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. And we have a great expanse of knowledge in today's economy with the internet, the Bible itself, with great teachers and preachers, and there's no excuse in today's society. Be awake. Stay tuned to the news. Don't be afraid to confront it and deal with it. It's the only way you're going to stay in the know. I realize that 90% of the media has propaganda behind it, and that the agendas are sometimes hidden. Actually, now they're being more forthright than ever and not being ashamed to put anything out there. I realize that it's a little difficult to swallow sometimes, but the last thing you want want to do is bury your head in the sand and not be in the know. I talk to some guys at work and I try and, kind of school them on some of the things that are happening in the news and around the country. And a lot of them just want to close their ears to it and they look at it as negativity. And man, I don't want to hear that. And what are we going to do anyways? If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. And that's absolutely the wrong attitude to have. If you don't want to do it for yourself and get prepared and stay in the know for yourself, at least think about your children, your grandchildren, your nieces and nephews. You want to protect yourself and protect your family as much as possible. And we're here at Knowledge Well Media to help you do that. Make sure that you comment, like, share, and subscribe most definitely to this channel. I'm going to get you the information that is most pertinent to you. I'm not here to waste your time, and so I'm going to do my best to keep you in the know, and I'd appreciate your support and your comments and questions, whether you agree or disagree. Just take a few moments to give me a comment, give me a like, a share. I greatly appreciate it, and I want to thank you for tuning in to Knowledge Well Media.